Hello, welcome back, everybody. It's time for this week's episode of Everyday Enlightenment. I hope you've been enjoying season 2, and please share these everyday enlightenments with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers. We want to create a wave of higher consciousness, of higher frequency that sweeps across this planet. Okay, let's look at today's question. All right. Hi, RJ. I love all your YouTube videos. Thank you so much for explaining metaphysical things to us. You're welcome. My question is regarding twin flames, as they are a popular topic right now. Are they two people who share the same soul? Are they here to raise frequencies, or do they have a joint mission? Does everyone have one, or just old souls? Are they here to learn from each other? Are they here to bring in babies with higher consciousness? It is said that Jesus and Mary Magdalene were twin flames. Is this correct? Do ascended masters have twin flames? So many questions, but it is difficult to get answers to such a mysterious topic. Thank you so much, Abby. Okay, Abby. Well, thank you for the question. Okay, so we have a few here, and maybe I'll read the sentence and then answer that, and then go to the next one. Okay. Twin flames. Are they two people who share the same soul? Okay. Well, let me explain what it looks like. What is actually occurring? Okay. So this is your higher self. I realize it's my fist, but this is your higher self. So a twin flame, okay, is when there is a projection, right? An aspect of projection, sentience, and energy from the higher self. Now, before the destination is reached, during this process, the sentience and consciousness and energy that is that projection decides that there's more evolutionary potential by splitting itself into two. So the projection has already occurred, and then it realizes that there's greater potential for evolution of consciousness through splitting off into two. That's what a twin flame is. A soulmate are two separate projections from the same higher self. That's the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. Okay. Are they here to raise frequencies, or do they have a joint mission? Okay. Well, everything is done in terms of consciousness evolving. Nothing is done with the intention of de-evolving or de-evolving consciousness or stagnation. So it's not done with that agenda. You wouldn't even be able to get a physical vehicle if your agenda was stagnation or the de-evolution of your own consciousness. So when we work with ourselves optimally, frequencies do raise naturally. So, but that also depends upon the life plan, what it is that you're here to experience. What team you're going to play for is a way to look at that too, right? You could say, from a human perspective, good guys and bad guys, right? And that's true. We do choose that, and much more before we reincarnate. So it is possible that they're here to raise frequencies. It's also possible to make things more difficult for other people. So we have to work on ourselves and thus raise our own frequency, and a rising tide lifts all ships. So the darkness always serves the light. Is another way of looking at that. Does everyone have a twin flame? No. No, everyone does not have a twin flame. When that aspect or soul is being projected, it doesn't necessarily decide that by splitting itself in two, that there's higher potential for its own evolution. So no, not everyone has a twin flame. And just to answer that, people then say, well, does everyone have a soulmate? So now, technically, you may have a soulmate, but that soulmate may not be in this frequency, if that makes sense. So now, do you always have the right person in terms of a partner in this life? Absolutely. There's always several possibilities that we give ourselves in terms of a life partner. Now, technically, are these always soulmates? No, absolutely not. But it may be absolutely perfect, total union, love, and everything is fantastic, but it's not technically a soulmate. In fact, having incarnations with soulmates is more rare than you think, because often it's tumultuous and overwhelming. Something to think about. So, and then, like I said, sometimes we actually have soulmates that are in higher frequencies. And we can even have a twin flame that's, let's say, is in the 6th frequency, and we are here in the 3rd frequency. If it's possible, it exists. Okay. And then you said, does everyone have one or just old souls? Okay. So all souls are the same age. Okay. They're all God, source, creator. They're all the same age. What we have humanized this due to our lack of understanding, and then apply the human experience as, young soul, old soul. All souls are the same age. What we're really talking about is sentience, their depth, amount, level, or weight of love and wisdom, right? And so we tend to say an old soul is someone who's very wise, very loving, but don't think in terms of age. They're all the same in terms of age. It's all God. It's sentience. Okay. Are they here to learn from each other? Well, we're all here to learn from each other. And there are no others. Are they here to bring in babies with higher consciousness? Possibly. They can, for sure. It really depends upon the situation. It depends what they want to experience, learn, and evolve during the incarnation. It depends what soul contracts that they've made with other souls, in terms of what it is that those souls want to experience, that they're going to be able to experience through the experience of having two people as their parents, or however that shakes out. So it just depends. That might be an annoying answer, but it's more truthful than me just saying yes or no. So it just depends. It is said that Jesus and Mary Magdalene were twin flames. Is this correct? Do ascended masters have twin flames? Okay, well, very interesting question. So the self-mastery course that I have taught, that is wrapping up, will be available to purchase. It obviously won't be taught live. I've already taught it live, but the recordings will be available. The teachings and the recordings will be available. And there is a section within the self-mastery course where I talk about the different levels of self-realization, and I also talk about the ascended masters. And in that aspect, all of the entire self-mastery course is quite revolutionary. But specifically, in terms of your question, I talk about ascended masters and provide, my understanding, information that humanity does not have, in terms of specificities about incarnations of ascended masters, what ascended masters really are, so on and so forth. So you may very well want to look that up when that becomes available within the self-mastery course. So to answer your question, it is said that Jesus and Mary Magdalene were twin flames. They were not twin flames. They are soul mates. They are authentic soul mates. They are separate projections from the same higher self. So they are both incarnations of ascended masters. They are from the same higher self. So they're not twin flames. It wasn't one soul that split into two. They're both highly, 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 highly evolved and authentic ascended masters. Equals as well. Do ascended masters have twin flames? Ascended masters do not have twin flames. They often have soul mates. So, and I think what we're thinking of here probably is male-female counterparts or incarnations. Yes, ascended masters will incarnate normally in male, using a male physical vehicle, but that's for a very specific purpose, because they're here to infuse this realm, and it has to be finite in terms of what they're doing. And feminine form, or the feminine physical vehicle, more has to do with the enduring spaciousness in which the information is infused into. So mostly, not all the time, most of the time, masters within our timeline incarnate in male form for that specific reason, because there's a specific beginning and an end, and they're here to infuse this realm with a certain vibration, their own, their embodiment, and then, of course, their wisdom and their love. But ascended masters absolutely have soulmates and counterparts, without a doubt, male and female, and I go into great detail about those incarnations in the Course, and I go into great detail about numerous incarnations that people are unaware of, that some ascended masters have had. So it's a great question, Abby. Thank you very much. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, all of you, for being here. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Be well.